the other day when I was on my way home from school, I was approached by a surly, bald, hobbling, cranky old man who asked me for some spare change. And I just kept walking and said, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any change. I think it was Dan Shadow, by the way. The next thing he asked me was, well, do you have a microwave? So I said, well, of course I do, because I have cartoon pockets and I can just magically pull microwaves out of nowhere. And I shared some microwave burritos with him, and it was kind of a nice day, nice thing. It's okay, you can come in. And I was talking to Dan, and I said, you know, it's okay to panhandle once in a while, but you should really try to offer a skill or some kind of entertainment to bring more value to this. So I told him this story, which I'm about to tell you, and I promise you, it is at least 79%, if not 83% true, of the day when I learned the difference between a panhandler and a street performer. In 2004, I went to Seattle for the Bumbershoot Festival, which had many musicians, art exhibits, and comedians. I actually got to meet one of my favorite comedians there, Marty. I saw him at a t-shirt stand, and I was like, hey, are you Dimitri Martin? And he said, yeah. And then I said, you were really funny. And he said, oh, okay, thank you. I had a full conversation with one of my favorite comedians, probably one of the best days of my life. Now, while all of this was great, it paled in comparison to the street performance that I saw. There was one guy who was doing movie quotes from a bunch of different movie scenes. Mostly they were one-liners. Come on! Adrian! Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. There was Lucy from the Charlie Brown cartoons. She had like a cardboard box and she was giving therapy sessions. It said therapy, T-H-E-R-A, big letter P, 5 cents. Amazing, just like the cartoons, pastel colored and everything. There was a kid on a basketball and a skateboard juggling these huge knives. They were like crazy scimitar, Aladdin, Arabian Nights knives. I thought I was going to see Jafar and Iago from Aladdin come through like, I want a cracker, or whatever that bird says in the movies, I don't know. And I think I'm really thinking Aladdin right now, because right after I saw that, there was this creepy guy that came up like, hey, have you seen the Cave of Wonders over there? And I was like, whoa, guy, I think I'm not old enough for that yet. Now, I saw these street performers, and I wanted to get on some of the action, so I thought, what am I good at? What can I do here? And basically, the best thing I'm good at is video games. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I actually got to level 4 on Ninja Gaiden once, and if you've never played Ninja Gaiden, that's pretty spectacular. So I decided I'm going to be a ninja. So I took my extra t-shirt, and I just happen to know how to make a ninja mask out of it. Bring it over my eyes like so. I'll tie it. Roll it down a little bit and even it out. And voila, I'm a ninja. So I started moving around all shifty-like, throwing some punches and kicks. And next thing I know, 2 girls run up to me and they're like, ninja hug! And I was like, why haven't I been doing this my whole life? So I started getting into it, doing my favorite Street Fighter combos. Chop punch, double punch, kick, jump kick, Hadouken! Next, a guy came up to me and he was like, hey, can you ninja attack my friend? And I was like, well, yeah, I'm a ninja, that's kind of what I do. But first you have to pay me. So he reached into his pocket and he had like a button and some string and 3 pennies and some candy. And I was like, fine, whatever, I'll take it. And he called up his friend and he was like, hey, meet me next to the ninja. And I was like, whoa, I'm the ninja. That's me. I didn't say that out loud, I didn't want to give myself away. But his friend came over and he was like, okay, do something ninja. And I was like, sure, but you gotta pay me first. And he brought out $1.50 and a couple sour warheads, and I was like, I definitely want those warheads. But give me the money too. And he was like, okay, we'll do something ninja now. So I said, okay, back up, we're gonna do this. I did a monkey roll, jump kick. I lifted my hand up in the air and I said high five, and he lifted his hand in the air, and I slapped him in the face. And the crowd went wild all around him. And I figured that was a good place to stop. I'd gotten about $20 from some random people giving me money. And it really goes to show that if you have a skill, one, you're going to have way more fun, and two, you're probably going to make a lot more money. And that's the day I learned the difference between panhandling and being a street performer.